Hey everyone, it's VJose32 back again, and yesterday I did something a bit different. I did a Elimination Chamber prediction video for WWE Wrestling, and I figured I would kind of go over what happened at the pay-per-view. I'm happy to report I was almost completely accurate. In the pre-show there was a match featuring Brodus Clay and Tensai taking on the team of Rhodes Scholars, and as I predicted, Brodus Clay and Tensai did win the match, and of course they did some dancing as per their gimmick. So the pay-per-view then opened up with Alberto Del Rio defending the title against the Big Show, the World Heavyweight Championship to be exact. And as I predicted, Alberto Del Rio did win the match via his submission. So he beat Big Show by tap out, by submission. The next match was Antonio Cesaro defending the United States Championship against The Miz, and as I predicted, Antonio Cesaro did win the match. However, he won it by disqualification after The Miz apparently inadvertently kicked Antonio Cesaro in the balls. Apparently it was an inadvertent kick to the balls, but yeah, I'll see it when I believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I know I did not watch the pay-per-view itself. I didn't feel like it. But we'll see for next month with WrestleMania, I probably will. Then there was some backstage stuff with Kane and Daniel Bryan. And then it was the Elimination Chamber match. For those of you not familiar with the Elimination Chamber match, it's a gigantic cage that's circular with a domed roof, and the walls are made of chains, and in each corner behind the ring post is a glass chamber, and there's 6 wrestlers. 4 of them start off locked in each chamber, and 2 start in the ring, and then after a certain amount of time, one of them gets released from the chamber and participates in the match. And it's elimination style, so when somebody loses, they are out, and then the match continues until only one person is left. It's a pretty cool concept. I like it. In this match there was Chris Jericho, my local hero, Daniel Bryan, Jack Swagger, Kane, Mark Henry, and Randy Orton. Trying to start off with Mark Henry eliminating Daniel Bryan and Kane. Then he was eliminated by the other guys after they all did the finishes on him. And then it ended up with Chris Jericho and Randy Orton being eliminated, and as I predicted, Jack Swagger won the match and will be going on to WrestleMania, barring any last minute changes, to face Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. And actually I predicted either Jack Swagger or Daniel Bryan, so I was surprised that Jack Swagger actually won, but also happy that he won, because it's nice to see somebody else getting a shot at the title instead of being the same people all the time. However, I will say that I wouldn't be surprised if at WrestleMania Alberto Del Rio retains the title, only for Dolph Ziggler to cash his Money in the Bank briefcase and take the title from him at the pay-per-view himself. The next match was a 6-man tag team match with John Cena, Sheamus, and Ryback taking on the Shield, which is crap, I forget the names. Dean Ambrose and well, it's the Shield. I forget all their names now at the moment. It slips my names, but there's Dean Ambrose, there's Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Anyways, to my surprise, John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus actually lost this match. So I predicted incorrectly. I thought that they would protect John Cena and have him win the match. They did protect him, but they did protect him by not having him lose. It was Ryback that lost, I believe. But that's still a loss on his record book. But I was actually very happy and surprised that the sealed won. And I was happy that my prediction was wrong, because I predicted Cena and his partners and they lost. Now it looks like they may be having Ryback feud with Sheamus now as a result. So we'll see. Then there was an additional match. There was an impromptu match. Dolph Ziggler taking on Kofi Kingston. This one is too predictable. I knew as soon as I heard about this match that Dolph Ziggler would win. I would have predicted that he would have won. And I would have been right because he did win. And it was a very quick match. Just a promo on pay-per-view. Next was the Divas Championship match, which was also another filler match with Caitlyn defending against Tamina Snuka. And as I predicted, Caitlyn won and retained the championship. I knew there wasn't going to be a title change. I knew it was going to be just a filler match, not important. And then, of course, it was a WWE Championship match, which was extremely predictive. It was The Rock defending against CM Punk. And, of course, as I predicted, The Rock won. So the only match I was wrong on, I think, was the 6-man tag team match with the sealed winning instead of John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus. And I was happy with that. And of course, I wasn't completely accurate with my Elimination Chamber prediction because I said either Daniel Bryan or Jack Swagger. And I was, well, right on a 50% guess. Anyway, that's what happened there. Now, it looks like they will be announcing today some big news, and that is that WrestleMania 30 next year will take place in New Orleans in the Superdome, I guess it is. And they'll be making that announcement very shortly, actually. At this point in time, and by the time you see this video, I think they will have made it. And yeah, because it's like almost noon there. Anyways. And it looks like The Rock may be around for SummerSlam and WrestleMania next year as well, so that's kind of big. But for this year's WrestleMania, it's definitely going to be The Rock defending the championship against John Cena in once-in-a-lifetime rematch. It's supposed to be once in a lifetime, but they're doing it again, which pisses a lot of people off, but unfortunately, it is what it is, and more than likely John Cena will get the win to avenge his loss last year, and to get the championship and get the torch passed to him. Not that he really needs a torch passed to him. And of course, Alberto Del Rio will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Jack Swagger, which is kind of interesting. We'll see how Jack Swagger does in the next couple weeks leading up to WrestleMania. Other than that, we don't know a whole lot about what's going on. There may be Ryback versus Sheamus. It looks like they're going to do Daniel Bryan versus Kane, even though they're the tag team champions at the moment. Looks like we don't know a whole lot about the other plans. Like, we don't know what's going on with the Shield. We don't really know what's going on with Ryback and Sheamus. We don't know if Undertaker is going to be involved. We don't know what's going on with CM Punk. We don't know really what's going on with Dolph Ziggler, although I predict he will cash in the Money in the Bank and take the title from whoever wins. And don't know what's going on with Brock Lesnar, although he will be involved. Actually, more than likely, Brock Lesnar will be facing Triple H in a rematch, especially since he took out Triple H's father-in-law, Vince McMahon, recently. And we don't know, again, like I said, what's going on with the Shield. And there's a lot of other guys we don't really know what's going on with them. Rey Mysterio, I'm not even sure he's going to be there because of all his personal problems. But anyways, that is what I've got. Hopefully, we'll find out more about what's going on with WrestleMania tonight on Raw. To everyone in the States, happy President's Day, and I'll see you next time.